We have a recall.
Hey everybody, welcome to Geek Spot News. Thanks for finding us. Dom, Charles, Artie in the chat. Great to see you as always. I'm Jack. That's an empty chair that may or may not hold Frank soon.
That was fun.
There it is.
That was
Found him.
fun. I had to get something off the shelf, but I wanted to let you go for a minute because
I was hoping you were going to come in full puppet blue paint.
No, I don't have any blue paint.
In honor of Strange New Worlds this week.
Yeah. Thanks, Dom. Hi, Charles. Dom, your dad joke is awesome. Thank you.
Look, it was good. Look, I appreciate the fact that it still put you in a Flash shirt.
You know what? I noticed that this afternoon when I was looking at it, when I got a chance to actually look at it. I saw the Flash shirt and I went, oh, Jesus. I almost wore it tonight just for that. But
well, it was based off a screenshot of this very screen that you're all seeing right now.
Yeah. I did not make out with a Smurf, but Smurf.
I mean, there's only one, and I feel like she's made out with all of them. So
yeah, I got Smurfed on.
Probably wouldn't be too hard to get her to make out.
No, not at all. Just Smurf her. Just ask her for a Smurf.
So if that wasn't what you were doing, what have you been up to, man?
So the UCS AT walker, that's the big 6,700 piece one, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're going fancy with the AT, huh?
Yeah. So it's correct terminology. We would make sure that we're correct. I moved it off the shelf because it was dusty. It was really dusty. I moved it off the shelf. And when I moved it off the shelf, the legs fell off and so did part of the sides.
Oh.
So at that point I was like, you know what? F it. And it's in pieces all over my extra table, and I have started to reassemble it. And all the pieces basically are in a big bin. So as I'm going through the steps, I now have to sort through the bin. I have a couple other little bins with some pieces in them, but I have to sort through the big bin to find the little pieces to then, I've made dumber decisions, but this is up there.
I feel like the Craggle would have helped you.
Anything would help at this point, but I enjoy doing the Lego thing, so I'm okay with it. Okay. I've got 2 weeks to go to vacation. Just want to get through to 2 weeks.
It makes sense. And there's so much to watch between now and then.
It is a lot to watch.
So much to watch. So much for us to discuss.
Two things I did not watch this week.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Find out later.
I can't wait to find out what you didn't watch this week. I hope one of them was Dead City, because that's the only thing I didn't watch this week.
3 things I didn't watch this week.
Great.
Great. What about you?
Playing gigs, doing the thing, finding the joys of taking regional rail to and from the office now. So that's exciting. Getting used to it.
How was it driving to Wildwood, New Jersey, playing a gig till 8 and then driving home on a night where you have to get up and go to work the next morning? Do you remember those? Did those days come back?
Well, yeah. But look, the times that used to happen is I used to get home at 5 or 6 and shower and go to work.
Right.
So didn't have to do that. I was home by like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
That's not too bad.
Not a lot of traffic on Sundays to and from.
Yeah.
Most of that's on the Saturday.
Well, the schools are back now, right? Around
here? Philly, I think, went back.
Schools went back. Yeah.
Other than that, I had to get canceled because of the big tornado monsoon thing.
Yeah.
My kids made it on the news with their marching band Friday. That was cool.
That's awesome.
They're the first band featured on 6ABC. And then, had a local gig Saturday night and Sunday. As you said, I was down in Wildwood. Switched my internet around, so we'll see how this holds up and goes. The Wildwood gig has put my voice a little the worse for wear, so I'm a little extra raspy today. So that's fun.
Okay.
But that's about it, man. Got another week of gigs and stuff ramping up in Havertown and Doylestown and Is there another town? It's Chesterbrook. So close.
There's other town.
I almost had all three towns, but no.
No.
And football season starts, so my weekends are shot. Besides that,
Yeah.
last round of full weekend of gigs for I think 2.5 months. So that's where that's at. Plenty of time to keep watching stuff. I know we watched so much stuff. We don't have time for a list this week, so let's go ahead and hit up the. The geek news this week.
We're gonna start with this. You see this? Remember this?
Is that Ant-Man?
No, I thought it was Ant-Man too.
Is that the Rocketeer?
It is Captain America, and it's one of those popcorn buckets. This is a Brave New World Captain America.
That's why I don't remember.
Yeah, right. Those of you listening, like, see the eyes light up, see the mask kind of lit up there.
Yeah.
Up, off, on, off. So this is part of a global recall right now. And that's why I disappeared at the beginning of the show. Golden Link, I am assuming who makes them, has recalled Fantastic Four cups and Captain America popcorn helmet containers with LED lights due to risk of serious injury or death from battery ingestion hazard.
Oh, well, don't do that.
It's because of the little button cell batteries. Little kids are going to pry it. Little kid's going to get this over here. A little kid is going to get a screwdriver, unscrew that little screw, little babies and little kids, and take the light bulb, take the little battery out and eat it. So it's been recalled.
Yeah, that's possible.
I mean,
suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a popcorn bucket, so I don't know, why.
Yeah.
We would need to go that route.
I don't know, but it's the cups and containers violate the mandatory standard for consumer products with button cell and coin batteries because they contain button cell batteries that can be accessed easily by children with a tiny freaking screwdriver.
Well, to be fair, as somebody with smaller children, most children's toys require that tiny little screwdriver.
Yeah. So there's about 55,350 units recalled. And
what are they going to do? It's just a refund? That's lame.
Refund. Yeah. Well, I'm going to absolutely take advantage of that and keep my Captain America popcorn bucket thing for my shelf.
Oh, so you get to keep it.
Yes. They actually want a picture of you disposing of it. So I did this here. I did this with a mattress a couple years ago. I got a mattress. It was too small. So I had to return it and get a bigger mattress.
Yeah.
So they refunded me the money. And then I used that money to buy the next size up mattress. But I had to take the mattress down to the trash out front of the house, take a picture with the sticker on, rip the sticker off, take a picture of it in the trash out front of the house.
Yep.
And then carry it back upstairs. It's in my shed now. Actually, that one my kids using.
That also sounds like a lot of work, but
it was a lot of work, but worth it because it was hundreds of dollars.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah. But in real news, because
Dom finished X-Men 97, so we should all feel bad for him.
That's one thing I haven't started yet. I'm on the late start for that one.
Out with the whimper.
Chuck.
That show.
Horrible ending. Vince Gilligan. We know him, right?
We do. He's the one that's thinking about what he's going to put in an episode of Pluribus for next season, maybe.
Yeah. So, while speaking with Collider at Televerse, Gilligan revealed that he and his creative team have finalized the story for all of season 2's episode, with each installment plotted out and outlined. No scripts yet.
Oh.
But we got plots and outlines. So we are 2 years closer to being done. Very excited for that. And for me to actually remember what the hell.
Lots of stuff happened.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a great season of television that I don't remember. The Odyssey. Odyssey is just churning out money at the box office, right? It's earned $1.35 billion since its July 17th debut in the movie theater.
That's great.
Well, now it's coming to streaming. It's
like
coming
now.
It's the Odyssey's Blu-ray and digital release is November 17th, which is exactly 4 months after it was in theaters.
So not streaming, digital.
Yeah. The one thing I said, so when I texted you, said streaming, but it says digital.
So not to the max.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Soon.
Just fine. There's plenty of stuff coming out through the max.
There is plenty of stuff.
Yeah, it's only got 700 million to catch back up to Spider-Man. So,
yes. Yeah, so speaking of Spider-Man, segue. This is the 38th installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Debuted on July 31st, just what, a week? 2 weeks after Odyssey did?
Week.
A week? It now has more. It is $45 million away from surpassing Titanic and joining the chart of the top 5 highest grossing movies of all time worldwide. Domestically, it jumped past Avengers Endgame.
Wow.
It's right now at the 2.71 billion all-time worldwide. I'm sorry. It is, yes, it just jumped past The Force Awakens to become the 6th highest grossing movie in history worldwide, not adjusted for inflation.
Now, domestic, it hasn't caught The Force Awakens yet, but that's its last thing it has to catch.
Yep. And then it can start churning up the top 5, where Avatar currently sits at 2.92 billion, Avengers Endgame 2.799, which is re-releasing in a month with 4 minutes of additional footage.
Yeah, Endgame will take out Avatar
Easily.
This month.
Easily.
I think Spider-Man could rest at number 3. Is where I think we'll end up.
Comfortably.
It made 12 million yesterday, so I think it can keep
crazy, right?
And I don't know that there's anything coming out soon that's going to compete.
Doomsday might pass Avatar.
I don't think so.
Well, Doomsday's pre-ticket sales passed Spider-Man's pre-ticket sales.
Yeah, that's fine.
And Spider-Man's pre-ticket sales passed everything, I think, at that point. But speaking of streaming, do you know how many minutes He-Man has accrued 7 days after its box office flop on Amazon Prime?
I don't.
It's 140 minutes, right? It's the He-Man movie. 1.1 billion minutes streamed.
Okay. Is that a lot?
I'm assuming that that's a lot. Or they're just wording it this way to make you see the word billion and go, ooh.
Yeah.
So it's in the top 10 streaming chart of the week of July 20th to July 26th. This is obviously an older article. It ranked in first place, while The Big Bang Theory occupied second place with 1.122 billion minutes viewed on HBO Max. And Netflix's The Hawk taking third place with 944 million minutes viewed. So I assume that that's how we're now judging.
Oh, so that's not really that much.
Minutes. We're just now we're judging minutes in the millions of minutes to make things. I'm telling you, it's because of the word B. It's the billion.
Yeah.
If you see a billion, you automatically go, oh, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. It's now that I know that it's only like a couple 100 million over at The Hawk, I don't think it's that much.
So,
and that's aggressive, Dom, thinking that James Cameron's going to re-release Avatar for the 100th time to get back the spot.
If he does it, it'd be the studio that does it.
I don't think it'll do it again. I don't think Avatar would make the money because I think he diluted the brand too badly with the last 2 movies he released that I don't think it'll get the hype because there's nothing new to add to the original unless he releases it as you go and it's one of those all-day movie things.
Yeah.
And you spend 3 hours watching extended cuts of, or 3 hours, 9 hours watching extended cuts of Avatar, and you charge a mint for it, then maybe he'll be able to pull it off. But I don't think otherwise Avatar has a shot at coming back and making money again.
No, and with him saying that he doesn't want to have, like, he wants to move on from it, I think the luster is kind of wearing off. Now, I probably will go on the ride for the first time when we go to Disney in 3 weeks.
Oh.
I've never been on the ride, but
they're also competing with themselves really at this point, you know, because I think we were just after the Fox merger. It wasn't all the way through when Endgame came out, right?
I think so. Yeah.
It had just been announced, but there was like lingering things because Dark Phoenix came out after Endgame, didn't it? And New
Uh,
Mutants and New Mutants.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Nicolas Cage. Love
Heard of him.
Nicolas Cage. Love Nicolas Cage. He's back for National Treasure. John Turteltaub has said that it is now Hollywood real. He said, I haven't said anything before this, but you deserve to have the scoop. It's finally real. Now it's Hollywood real, meaning things could happen. If Nicolas Cage gets hit by a bus, there's no National Treasure 3. If I get hit by a bus, there's probably a National Treasure 3. Welcome to Hollywood. Weird quote.
A little bit.
Weird way to quote that. But Turteltaub added, there's a script that both he and Disney have agreed on. And to whatever extent they can, everyone's back.
Okay.
We're first movie was released all the way back in 2004. So, listen, I enjoy the National Treasure movies for what they are. So a third one, what's it going to do? I'm excited for a third Grown Ups movie. Look at me.
Yeah, I mean they did a reboot for a minute. I think Disney Plus dropped a rebooted
the TV
National Treasure.
series that did not. Do
Or did
well.
actually was that ever made?
Yeah, no, they did. They did some of the TV series.
I couldn't remember if that was actually made or not.
No, it was made and released and done. One season.
Well, I did not make it to that one to watch.
No, I think we looked at it and neither one of us.
It was not made for us. Much like the new X-Men, not going to be made for me.
That's what National Treasure: Edge of History. The tagline for this is Jess Valenzuela, a 20-year-old dreamer, sets off on an exploration to discover the mystery of her family history, and with the help of her friends, seeks to recover historical lost treasure.
Yeah, I remember the premise. I just didn't remember if it was ever actually released.
Yep. Yeah, Catherine Zeta-Jones was in it.
Oh, was she? That's exciting for her.
Yeah, that was the biggest name. It had 10 episodes.
It's good. Good for that.
It did not rate above a 7.3 on IMDb. Charlie Hunnam. You know who Charlie Hunnam is?
Should have been Oliver Queen. Yes.
Yeah, that's a miss right there. He's officially returning for a new Sons of Anarchy spinoff. However, this is not a Kurt Sutter backed show. He's not involved in it. While his wife is in it, he's not involved in it, but he fully supports it. This is basically Galaxy Quest, but Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
So it's the actual. How is this worded?
It's a story of them at a convention.
It's a story of the cast at a convention. Let me see. Written by Charlie Hunnam himself.
Oh God.
Will follow fictional versions of the actors playing themselves. The series unfolds at a fan convention where Sons of Anarchy cast members, including Charlie, reunite at a fan convention over a decade after the show's end. The lines between the actors' real lives and their former TV characters suddenly start to blur when they are forced to confront a real-world threat. We have Charlie Hunnam, who played Jax, Ron Perlman, Katie Seagal, Maggie Siff. I'm surprised she signed up for it. Kim Coates, Tommy Flanagan, Theo Rossi, and Mark Boone Jr. are all confirmed to return for the new show. I
mean, unless Walton Goggins is there, in his role,
that would be good.
It sounds awful.
It's an intriguing. No, it doesn't. It sounds awful. It really does. You're taking the Galaxy Quest formula and you're going to put it. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for them. I hope it makes $1 at least, maybe $2.
If it's a streaming show, I'll watch it. If it's a movie, I'll wait for streaming to
I mean, where is it going to stream? Right. On Disney?
So FX,
yeah,
I think, and they're owned by Disney.
That's Disney.
I mean, listen,
It'll on my new Hulu tab on my Disney Plus app, I guess is where this is going to stream.
I guess I don't have that.
Woo! Sounds awful. But good luck to them, and I hope for the best for them.
Listen, it's not the spinoff. It's not the continuation we wanted. But that's what we're getting right
Well,
now.
I don't know that any of us wanted to watch Jax's kids now be bad parents. I guess is what the next step would be, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Since we've already had to watch Jax be the worst parent ever on that
He
show.
really was a really bad father.
Yeah. I mean, Maggie Siff might have been a worse mother.
Yeah. I mean,
there was no good parents on that show, though. So.
There really were not. You know what? The junkie mom was good at the end. Wendy.
Yeah.
In the end.
Better.
She was better riding off into the sunset with Bail Organa.
Yeah. As you do.
That's it. That's all the fun news.
All right.
We have a lot of stuff that we did.
Well, maybe. I don't know. You said there's things missing from your watch list.
Well, there is.
So we'll go in order again.
Yes.
How's that? We'll go in release order so people have time to catch up. So first, we have 3 that released on Wednesday. How many of those have you watched?
I don't remember what shows release what day anymore, and I just kind of check at this point.
Got it. So
because
Apple, Paramount, and Amazon all have Wednesday releases.
I think I'm caught up on those 3.
Oh, yeah. And
right.
The barista.
The barista. Dave Bautista is officially the new Kratos. Okay.
Has he released anything about that yet?
No, everybody else has.
I mean, I don't know if he had released a statement or anything, because he had spent so much time saying, I don't want to take my shirt off.
Yeah, he's 57 years old.
Yeah.
Which I think is a little bit too old for this role.
For how long this series is going to probably run, if it does well, 100%.
Maybe you cast him for the first season and then you bring Ryan Hurst back for the second season and just don't address the change.
I mean, look, you can make him get
reincarnated.
Yeah. I mean,
it's high fantasy.
And look, Ryan Hurst is 50. So right. Not that, but like to have him run a decade of it is different than given how long it takes them to make things now, because this is already 2 years into hearing about this show. It's going to be at least another 2 years till it comes out. But I think it's already greenlit for 2 seasons.
I don't remember.
If I remember right. So
it should be Christopher Judge.
And Charles agreed from a voice standpoint, but Christopher Judge, I think, is older than Dave Bautista. If I remember right.
He also lost 75 pounds.
To Dave Bautista?
Yeah.
Or Christopher Judge?
Yep. Christopher Judge is 61.
Yeah, so I don't think you have, I don't think Christopher Judge might be able to get into the shape.
He's actually in really good shape.
But I don't know if I want to see him with shirt off. I don't know that I want to see Dave Bautista with a shirt off either. But
I don't at this point.
But that's where we're at, especially slimmed down Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
But we'll see where we end up going with it. Look, I'm gonna watch it.
Sure.
I just want to know if this now puts us back another God knows how many weeks or months or years in production. Because I don't think Dave Bautista's walking around at fighting weight to play Kratos.
No.
And I don't know why he always looks so tiny to me. I know he's not, but maybe he just is always put next to tall guys. Yeah. Is he tall though?
I mean, he used to be huge.
But was he ever tall? I know he was big, but was he ever like tall?
He is.
I don't know if maybe just all the movies that I've seen him in, he's like next to guys.
Yeah, he's 6'4". He's big.
All right.
He's tall. Wrestling build him at 6'6", because that's what wrestling does.
Well, they were the heels. Okay, so he's only 2 inches shorter than Ryan Hurst, or an inch shorter than Ryan Hurst. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. Because Ryan Hurst looks massive in everything that he's in.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Look, and maybe, like you said, maybe he'll be back for season 2. We'll see what happens. So Wednesday we had a soccer show, we had a puppet show, and we had a show about cheesesteaks.
I did not watch the cheesesteak show.
That's what I figured.
That's the one that I missed. I actually forgot, and then I was going to watch it today, and I was like, I only have a half an hour now.
So look, that show made some massive story jumps.
Okay.
This week. So
good.
We will hit that in more detail next week. Yes. All around. That is Reacher, by the way.
Yes.
Look, lots of great fighting.
Good. It needs it.
Really good action scenes. But it really moved some story points in the mystery along this week. So excited to see where we continue going on that round. So that brings us over to, I am all caught up now, unfortunately, on Ted Lasso.
Yeah. I didn't think you would be in on it. I'm still in on it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not taking it serious.
The more I watch it, the less I understand why it exists. I mean, look, it's money. 100% it's money. But like, as I'm watching the show, I'm like, they need to explain to me why anything happening on this show is happening, because it makes zero sense to me.
There's a couple things I don't really get of what they're doing. They've completely dumbed down Rebecca. I completely cut her legs out from under her from the 3 seasons of character growth that character had, and ended up in such a great place, falling down, the little girl, meeting the Danish guy back again. And it was like, they ended her at all the way up here at the top. And this season they have completely cut her out and made her not likable, like not hateable, but just not like,
she's not the strong, independent woman that she was in the original run, where now she's just kind of like ditzy and all over the place, which doesn't track for the Rebecca that we watched evolve.
Correct.
Agreed there. I still am having trouble with but why did you bring Ted back? I understand it's for the show and it's because the show is called Ted Lasso. I get that. However, the story hasn't given me a good reason why you brought Ted back, as opposed to just hiring a women's soccer coach.
Right. Which you had apparently the best one in the world. Now, if the show were to go on and she were to become the head coach and Ted the assistant, which I had seen some people say, okay, maybe, like, I understand the Ted Lasso way and all that. And of course, this episode, when they introduced the woman with the little kid, and I forget her real name, but the minute she showed up on screen, I was like, oh, okay, well, she's making a team. Yeah, well, she's making a team.
And they also had Danny Rojas's real life sister.
That was awesome. That was cute.
As Danny Rojas's sister.
Yes.
Do you play? Oh, Danny taught me everything he knows. Oh, so about soccer? No, cooking and art. And that
was pretty funny.
It was a great cameo.
Yeah.
He's like, so football is life? No. What do you mean?
Well, it's not right.
Yeah. Look, there's endearing things.
Sure.
On the show. I'm not completely. All right. I am, but I'm not like anti the show. It's just, for me, like, I'm so hung up on, like, I don't get it. Like, I kind of, and it's out at a different time, right? The first one was so feel good all the time. This one's not like as feel goody for me still. Like, it lost the charm, and it's giving me a storyline where, like, I know enough about soccer now, which I didn't when Ted Lasso came out.
Faye Marseille. That's the woman's name.
Where I went from barely being a soccer fan to, other than like watching my kid play, to like being a season ticket holder with the local Major League Soccer team. So like, I get there's actually massive differences between men's and women's soccer and coaching a men's versus women's team. And I get he was a football coach that came over and did the soccer thing. Like, I get it. Which also doesn't make a ton of sense. Other than he was trying to tank it. Like, that made sense, right? Trying to tank the team. You brought somebody that knows nothing about the sport. Cool. Watch him learn the sport and this and that. But yeah, I want more of the Beard storyline. I hope we get a Beard episode.
Yeah.
The Roy stuff is weird. Like, that Roy is now the head coach, I guess, of the regular team.
So when they left season 3, he was the head coach.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah. So I
Or I
mean,
don't remember that
it was
part.
implied that he was the head coach, Beard stayed as the assistant, and Nathan was back as the kit man / assistant coach.
But now Nate's gone.
Nate's gone. Jamie left.
Beard had a nervous breakdown.
Beard had a Forrest Gump breakdown, which was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know where they're going with it. You know, it was cool seeing a girl that played Shannon grown up, and like that stuff is fun. But now the wife is there, but we don't know if I guess he's not with the wife, but the wife and the kid moved over now, and it's a different kid actor.
Yeah, I guess she doesn't work or
I
can
don't-
work remote enough to move to England.
I don't know.
It's super weird.
Yeah,
Maybe Rebecca's paying him a mint.
maybe.
Which if she is, why would you even argue?
Well, if
I mean, I spend time with this kid, but like,
it doesn't make sense that they ended like and another thing, and I don't want to rag on Ted Lasso because I really do love the show, that they ended the season on such a high note that when you start the women's team, you're going to put them in that closet of a locker room, and you're going to like not put money into this. You're a
right,
gazillionaire.
is Rebecca broke now that she? It's weird.
It is so weird how they decided to handle that. But anyway, Ted Lasso's on Wednesdays.
Yeah, people could watch it if they wanted to.
So let's keep the trade rolling with shows that we're thrilled are on.
Strange New Worlds is the other show.
Listen, I am a huge Star Trek nerd. Okay, I have the Enterprise Lego set right over there. They're taking like episode chances, and like there's it's not like really Planet of the Week at this point. This was a better episode than the last episode. It was a fun episode. The puppets were cool to a point. The acting was good. The aliens were great. Rachel Harrison, Joe
Yep, that guy.
the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yep.
That I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's, but I don't get what I don't know. I don't get it. There's supposed to be an overarching thread usually through a season, and they kind of started to hint at it with Lon.
Joe
Latrugia, thank you. They started to hint at it with Lon and the Khan DNA and stuff, and now it's like, okay, what are we doing?
Look, I loved this episode until we got to the end. And they were like, it was all a dream. I was like, God damn it.
The dream part was weird.
That ruined the entire episode for me.
I enjoyed the Muppets, and I enjoyed them floating in space and the dumb stuff, and they would chop them in half and the hand cut off and the arm. Like that stuff was fun. And I do enjoy Trek that's fun.
How do you think they pulled off getting the being able to do, because they weren't Muppets per se, but they were basically Muppets.
Yeah, for the most part.
Do you think the design's not copywritten enough that they could pull off doing them as Muppets?
I think they called up.
Disney said, "Yeah, sure, Paramount, whatever you want."
Yeah, no, I think they called up and like, hey, this is Star Trek. We want to do you could do a take on Muppets. They weren't actually Muppets.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure how that copywriting works. I until they were like, oh, it was all a dream. Spock is just in your house. I was like, what? Like, it was so good until then. And what's her name? I can never remember. Carol Kane.
Yep.
As a Muppet
was fantastic.
Is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Fantastic.
Because she is a real life Muppet.
Yes.
So like having her in that was great, and them getting to do their reimagining, and I so wanted to see the Doctor just go all in and like them just let him loose. They didn't. But like let him loose and like to take out all these guys as the Muppet, so like an insane Muppet full on fight scene with him, like with two knives, just would have been amazing.
Yeah.
We still got a little bit of it.
Yeah.
With him on the bridge, and like the bridge fight scene was good. Them wanting to go out and get to enjoy space, like that was cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like Lower Decks. It was kind of like a puppet episode of Lower Decks, right?
Yeah,
in a way.
The weird new status quo with Spock and his formerly betrothed is I don't totally understand where we're going with that.
Well, and it's weird because there's a thing in like they're trying to stick to the Star Trek lore in some aspects, right? So the new T'Pau, is that her? Is it T'Pau?
Sure.
Yeah. So T'Pau and Uhura have never met until they see each other for the first time in the original series. So it's kind of walking a fine line having them both puppets in the same.
Well, but they weren't.
That's true. That is true.
Maybe that's how they walked it back. They said, "Oh my God, it was all
that is true. That is true.
There's still 5 episodes left this season.
Hey,
seems like a lot.
Good things could happen.
Oh, good. And the next one's an off-duty window becomes a warp emergency when the Enterprise is pushed beyond its safe limits.
Okay, that's a spacey show, and I like the sound of that.
Oh, and then we get a time episode.
Love time episodes. The only thing missing is a Mirror Universe episode, and that's got to come before the end of the season, right? Well, no, it can't. Maybe.
9th episode.
What?
The 9th episode.
What's the 9th episode?
It's not really a spoiler, so. La'an enters a genuine fantasy world where the fairy tale becomes a personal test of courage and control.
Oh, okay. Well, that's La'an.
Which wasn't that an episode in season 1?
Yes, she was a princess.
They were the medieval episode, right?
The medieval episode was Mbega's daughter.
And a lot of temporal stuff coming up.
I'm okay with temporal stuff. I like timey-wimey stuff. But I did not watch Reacher.
Yep, that's all right. Like I said, it was solid. So that brings us to Friday is Silo Day. Which
Go ahead.
It's spoilers as we go through, obviously, for anything coming up. So look, as I said last week, we didn't see them die, which I didn't expect them to come back this fast. But Kennedy and Lucas Kyle, they're just fine.
You only have 2 episodes left, right?
Lucas Kyle's a little worse for wear.
Yeah, he got sniped.
But the storytelling's bizarre to me this season. With it doesn't feel as coherent as it previously had, and you binged it, so you've had a different experience.
Yes.
There are 2 episodes left.
Okay. Finally, 2 episodes left. I can finally say that.
Yeah. But it doesn't feel as coherent in their release of story points and stuff like that. Like the stuff with Steve Zahn, and we got more info on his mom, but it felt like shoehorned in.
Yeah, a little bit.
To all this other stuff that we didn't have going on, and now we're just really slamming with story points in those pieces, and the amount of exposition we tried to do in the more modern world was so much stuff they tried to throw in there at once.
Yeah.
It is for how slow the first 6 episodes went. They could have rushed the forgetful stuff a little bit more and spread these things, pulled the taffy on these. I felt like more than they did would have been a better show.
Yes.
As opposed to me feeling like this episode, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, okay. And not oh my God, I can't believe it. Just this is a lot to take in 50 some odd minutes.
Yeah, they definitely they definitely put they shoehorn too much in the investigation for who murdered the supply girl, that kind of that little subplot.
Oh, I totally forgot that happened this episode too.
That was totally going through the whole thing. Then it was kind of a back and forth. At this point, I don't even remember why we're concerned about that. Is it just because the light bulbs are going to run out in 2 years?
Maybe it's the Sanders slanch. Maybe it was like that.
I enjoyed the episode, but it did felt like sometimes when you're watching the episode, you can kind of turn your head for a second and you're okay.
Yeah, no.
This was wait, I rewound it 2 or 3 times. I skipped back because, and I guess I saw it coming, but I don't understand. I saw the Daniel and what's her name? Jessica Henwick's character getting together at some point. That.
God, I hated that part.
Pretty obvious, but that felt crammed at the end.
That felt unearned.
It definitely felt unearned.
Because there was never sparks between them.
Not really, no.
The blind
Not
date
really
was
at all.
sparkish, and then like nothing after that. And
So-
him leaving his sister, I was like, wait a minute, you went through all this to find your sister?
There's got to be something more to that. Did you read the books? Do you
No.
know the book lore of this?
Nope.
Okay. This is the only thing I know about the books in this show because I read it by accident and I started to read it and I was like, all right, well, I'm already here. The character of Daniel, right? His background in the books is that he's an architect too. He's got
that's in the show.
Yeah, but they're focusing more on his technical side of stuff than his architectural side of stuff. Like they're not leaning into the architectural part where he can help design the silos, which is actually, spoiler, what he does. Right now, he just gave a different idea for how to make them faster. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 episodes, and I don't want to know, so I'm not looking up anything that has anything to do with the books. I won't look at anymore. But I know I mentioned before that the Juliet stuff in this season is all kind of fabricated for the show because she doesn't show up until the very end of this book in like the book series. That's the only other thing I know about the books is she literally shows up on the last page of this book.
Yeah, but I would assume everything happening in the future
Maybe.
is not in this book.
Maybe.
This whole book is in the past as far as I know. Like,
Okay.
but you can't do that on a show. You can't say, hey, you guys get a year off.
Yeah.
You know, and they filmed these 2 seasons back to back anyway. So
Right. So anyway.
Yeah, look, it's still good. It's not as good as it was, but I'm hoping they iron it out in these next 2 episodes and stop trying to cram the whole season into the last 3 episodes after like a really slow rollout. So that brings us over to Sunday.
No. Yes. I did this last time too.
Speaking of that, Charles, we did see. I saw your comment earlier about Legend of the White Dragon coming out Friday. I was the wrong age for Power Rangers to be my thing, but I know it's very exciting and a great tribute coming out there. So excited to hear your thoughts on it and how that does when it comes out this weekend. Which one of these didn't you watch?
Which ones are on?
Stuart Fails to Save the Universe.
Saw it.
And Lanterns.
Saw it. Did I say there were 3 things?
You said there was 2.
Reacher. Oh, Lioness, but we're not even talking about Lioness.
Oh, yeah, look.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, and you left that news out too. Your boy getting sued for stealing Yellowstone.
He didn't steal Yellowstone. That's just somebody trying to make $1.
I mean, look,
Trying to make $1
besides Landman, which is basically Yellowstone for oil, Yellowstone is nothing like any of the other things that he's done. Everything else he's done is like Lioness.
I did see an interview with him where they were talking about the 4 Sixes spinoff, and he said that he will never, ever, ever make a spinoff set at the 4 Sixes ranch because that's a real life place with real life people, and he doesn't want to like mess with that genre, that whatever that they have there. But he will not do there's no 4 Sixes spinoff ever, ever, ever coming. The arc with Jimmy was closed off when they closed it. Like there is no going back and doing more.
That's weird because he talked about doing a spinoff with Jimmy for years.
He did. He did.
That means somebody yelled at him.
It maybe.
Well, I think 4 Sixes has that whiskey money, so you know.
So he said, yes. So it was a previously announced spinoff. He said he would never do that. He doesn't want to fictionalize the ranch. People thought that was going to be a thing, but I would never do that. Which basically he said he was going to do that.
Right. And I didn't even know that was the 4 Sixes was a real.
Yeah, no, that's real meat. That's real meat. Apparently it's like really good meat. Really not cheap. He said he doesn't want to trivialize and fictionalize something where real people work and they raise their families there. I could never do that to them. I could never do that to the cowboys that dedicated themselves and everybody that works on that ranch. He's very protective of the Sixes. He's trying to be very, very careful with it.
That means that to put them on Yellowstone, they gave him a little taste.
Little something, something.
And he's like, oh, hold on. They told me they're going to take that taste away if I, okay, cool. We're not doing that. Nobody would ever do that. Come on. Cool. Do you want to hit Stuart or Lanterns?
Okay, so the Four Sixes Ranch is owned by a group of investors led by Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's save lanterns for the end
Okay.
because that's the bigger spoiler thing. What did you think of Stuart this week?
Look, I think the show's consistently great. It's super
Yeah,
fun. The fact that Kripke ruins an entire civilization is amazing.
awesome. It's great.
And Bert falls down the rabbit hole, and Stuart's just being Stuart, doing his thing. But yeah, the fact that Chris Kripke just by acting like the douche that he is,
Yep.
ruins an entire civilization.
Yep.
Um,
An island civilization.
were any of them cameos?
I did not. There had to be at least one.
I don't know if you stay for the title card, the end
I
cards.
do. Oh, yeah, I go back.
With Chuck Lorre this week saying the HBO team never had any notes on the scripts for this because they were too out there. He's like, now I know what it feels like to be Christopher Nolan. It's great.
No, I do not.
Okay. I didn't. You watched more Big Bang Theory than I
I'm-
did, so I didn't know if any of those people had been in Big Bang, but they didn't recognize them. But I know they try to throw in little cameos of people, so I didn't know if that lead had a Chuck Lorre
No, I'm looking to see if there's a
connection.
No,
But
not
yeah,
that I'm
look,
aware of.
the show continues to be super fun and just a super easy watch. I watched this and Lanterns on the Train today.
Oh, that had to be fun.
It's fine. Look, and we're only halfway through the season.
Of Stuart?
Yes,
Yeah.
which is great. Directed by Jonathan Frakes this week.
There you go. That's right. I did see a picture of him. So there's your cameo-ish. He probably really had fun directing the poop scene.
I bet he did. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else where it was like a Chuck Lorre cameo or anything
I didn't see anything.
in there that we got, or any of these people or anybody. I mean, Kripke getting all of the girls was great. Yeah, and the girl that was the lead is like not done anything.
That's awesome.
Not even. I mean, she's done things, but nothing big, I don't think. And the dude looked familiar though.
He did.
But not from anything in particular. He was on Chicago PD for like a story arc, it seems. So yeah, look, go watch Stuart. It's super
great.
fun. Whether you like Big Bang or not, you don't really need to know anything about Big Bang. If you like, as we keep talking about Star Trek, like the episode of the week style thing with a recurring storyline going through, it's having fun with each episode. I don't know if you saw earlier that Kripke stated that he's really having trouble. He had trouble losing the accent after this one.
Yeah.
She hadn't had before when he would do the show and do his guest stars and stuff. But he's like, this time I'm really having trouble losing. I really had trouble losing the lisp this time.
That's kind of funny.
The guy that played Gavel in it, who I don't know which one Gavel was, has been in a ton of stuff. I think he was the lead, the main guy that in the village. But anyway, so that brings us over to Lanterns, episode 2. John, spoilers for Lanterns. John gets to know a little bit more about the history of the Guardians and what some of them did and didn't do. And then there's some implied stuff that he and Hal pick up really quick that I was like, oh, okay. Didn't realize that was a thing. Hal gets shot. Him and the sheriff talk. She's from Gotham. Oh, name dropping, bigger universe.
She was talking to was it Gordon, I believe she mentioned?
Did she mention Gordon?
I'll confirm that in a second.
And then we get some outer space stuff at the end. So what did you think of this episode, Frank?
Listen, I'm thoroughly enjoying this up, down, and sideways. I'm thoroughly having a good time with this show. Sorry, I was looking to see. I was looking to see. Oh, the sheriff's last name is Kane, and she comes from Gotham City.
Oh, God damn it.
So
I don't know how I missed that. Wait,
yeah,
but is her last name Kane or did she marry into the Kane?
no,
Oh,
her
it's
last
married into the
name is
Makins,
Kane.
right?
Yeah, her last name is Kane. So I mean, it could be related to Martha, could be related to Kate. Anyway, I actually really love. Look, Frank watches what Frank wants to watch, and if I don't want to watch it, I ain't watching shit.
That's great.
I really, first of all, and I say this, and I will say this continuously every week. Kyle Chandler is awesome, and the comedic bits that they had in this episode were great.
100%. Look, and I was thinking about this. Like, it's easy to forget because he's done a little bit of everything. But Kyle Chandler's like been in your TV for
Yep.
35 years.
Yeah. Long time.
Whenever Early Edition came out, which was where I used to like him. Early Edition was 96, so that was 30 years ago.
Jeez.
Which, you know, that show is a blast. I don't know if anybody that
I never
listening to this-
watched it, but that.
Oh my God, you're a Kyle Chandler fan. How'd you not watch Early Edition?
That
should be your next rewatch.
I haven't. I wasn't introduced to him until Friday Night Lights. It was the
That
first
should
time
be
I ever
your
saw
next
it.
watch. Period.
Friday Night Lights is on the horizon.
No. No. Early Edition.
So
Conceit of the show, he has a superpower, sort of,
okay.
where he gets a newspaper every day, and it is tomorrow's headline.
Interesting.
And he has to go, and whatever the person is that he goes and it's like Quantum Leap. Like
Okay.
every week he goes and he saves this person that he read the headline for. It was like, oh my God, I got to go impact them so that this horrible thing doesn't happen. Great show. It was fantastic for the late 90s and that kind of stuff.
All right, let me ask you some questions about this show. Obviously, I like it, and you're enjoying it enough to keep watching, right?
It's out of all the shows that we talk about, I think it's the best one by far.
Awesome. So let me ask you, as the comic book aficionado here,
Yeah,
the thing with the bird apparently is a huge deal. With
shouldn't work.
With John being able to concentrate on the bird and keep the bird going all through everything that John went through.
Yeah.
By the way, that was him running down the highway. They said, did you watch the podcast after?
No, I didn't do the podcast yet.
So they did it with the stuntman running, and then he did it with him running, and he outpaced the stuntman by a lot. So he's actually running down the highway.
I mean, he is a superhero.
Yes.
He's Aaron or what's his name? Jeez, Aaron Pierre? Yeah.
Aaron Pierre.
Is a legit.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, go watch Rebel Ridge.
So the bird thing is not a comic book thing where he's that powerful to create like an actual.
Look, they might have expanded it later on, but like, no, you need the ring to do the ring stuff. The only person that doesn't.
He created it with the ring.
Yeah, but once you take it off, it should go away.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. That's what I was wondering.
The only Green Lantern that doesn't have a ring anymore, and he might again in the latest iteration because they just brought him back, was Alan Scott's Green Lantern, who's not part of the core.
He manifested the magic or something, right? I read.
No, it's still he's tied to like Earth stuff. It's weird. It's complicated.
Okay, that's fair.
Too complicated for us to get into.
Gotcha. All right. Do you like the fact that they are physical costumes and not created CGI suits?
Yeah, I hate the CGI suits.
Okay. And him saying that he doesn't wear the costume because there's nowhere to pee in it was kind of funny, because that's like kind of on the nose for all these superhero costumes.
Oh, yeah, look, and totally fitting with his character's vibe.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, he's also an old man, so as men of a certain age, your bladder doesn't work the same way as it did when you were young.
It doesn't, and you don't feel like dressing up all the time.
Yeah, look, I mean, they dressed it in the first episode too, where he's like, you know how when you're young and you always want to wear the fancy stuff to impress. He's like, and then you get older and you realize you don't. It doesn't do anything for you.
Yes,
it's great.
The secret code to open the vault.
Yeah, Mogo. I've talked about Mogo.
Mogo doesn't socialize. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, you can't. He's a planet.
Right. I assume that everybody in the DCU gets a pocket universe if they want one.
Well,
I mean, it makes sense.
the
right?
Lanterns may have saved the alien race at
Yeah.
some point that
Right.
Peacemaker's dad stole the pocket universe from.
Okay.
Or maybe one of them was a lantern.
Let me speculation on your part. Who is
Yeah.
Mr. Macon? Who is the Marble Man? Who is he? Who do you think he is?
I don't know that he's going to be a comic character. I don't think he will be.
Okay. Like a made up for the universe kind of character.
Yeah, which they've done.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if his benefactor might be the Manhunter. Would make sense that it's the Manhunter. But I don't know who they're going to say is that Manhunter.
That was going to be my next question: is who do you think is the Manhunter? Because I've seen basically everybody is the Manhunter.
I don't think we've met him yet.
You don't think it's the wife?
Could be.
You don't think it's the? Well, I don't think it's the.
Knowing Damon Lindelof, I don't think that we've seen them yet. And if it is, I'd be really disappointed in him. If it is the wife or Garrett Dillahunt, like if it's Macon or his wife, I'd be very disappointed. If it's Jason Ritter, I'd be less surprised.
Okay.
But I hope it's somebody that we haven't met yet, and they make it like a bigger reveal of some sort. But I also think, I don't know if that character is going to return. So I don't know how you play that out.
Who is Paul Ben Victor? He's Anton.
Yeah.
Who is this what everybody is saying? Atrocitus? Is that it?
Atrocitus?
Atrocitus?
The Red Lantern?
Yes.
Group?
Because the other thing I saw was that Hal is not Hal. Macon. Is his name Hal too?
William?
Will. That he's in charge of the Black Lanterns, who I don't know, and that this guy that kidnapped John is the Red Lantern guy, or not yet the Red Lantern guy.
I don't look. Maybe that's why they called it Lanterns, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. It gets really complicated when you get all the other colors in the spectrum out there from a storytelling perspective. I think they'll lose everybody if they try and go that route on this show. Okay. I don't think we're introducing all the different colored lanterns through this. We might, but I don't think they would, because I think that's way too much, way too deep into the lore too fast. In my opinion.
That's fair. What did you think of the quick oath and not the long drawn out?
Oh, dude, that's 100% what this Hal Jordan would do. Most lanterns.
Right.
You know, if you were 30 years in and you were like, I just say this stupid goddamn oath to refill my ring so I don't fall out of the sky.
Is Hal Jordan an absolute awful human being for trying to get Jon Stewart to fly with the ring at 1%?
Yeah.
I don't have these prepared. These are questions I'm coming up with now as I'm looking through like Easter egg things, but I'm pulling questions off my own head.
Not cool on his part.
Definitely not cool.
But to be fair, Hal Jordan, even in the comics, is a pretty horrible person.
Right.
Once they introduced Jon Stewart in the comics, they spent the next 50 years trying to figure out how to make Hal Jordan a dick.
Right.
He's been he became Parallax for a while. He was the biggest villain in the DC, and then he became this Spectre and was God's vengeance.
He was Oliver Queen.
No, but Oliver Queen brought him back from being the Spectre, and he brought Oliver Queen back to life while he was the Spectre. After Oliver Queen was killed, and then Connor Hawk took over as Green Arrow for a while when they were reinventing things in the 90s, when Kevin Smith went in and killed Oliver Queen. It's a whole thing. But yeah, there was a stretch when both Hal and Oliver Queen were both dead.
Okay.
And that was after they had a really great road trip series that the two of them did through the U.S., which is what this kind of draws some parallels to. But those two did like a road trip back in the late or mid 70s by Neil Adams. It was fantastic.
Okay. A couple more questions and we'll wrap up. What did you think of them introducing Sinestro this early at the end?
Great.
And tying on to that, do you hate or do you like the fact that when he flies, he doesn't have the green bubble around him?
He doesn't in the comics.
Okay.
The green bubble's a Ryan Reynolds thing.
Gotcha. Beautiful. And the last, I thought the Sinestro scene was great because there was so much, it was so layered.
Yeah, I don't know how 30 years in Hal doesn't have knowledge of the Manhunters.
I don't know. Well, it seemed like he did have a little bit, but like not. He still seemed surprised when John.
Well, I guess how do you hear that name? Which means
Right.
that he'd heard the name, but he didn't seem to know anything about him. Which, yeah, they were as I said before. It's not spoilers because it's not from the show, but and just from the lore. The Manhunters were who the Guardians originally used.
Right. Now,
before they did develop the Green Lantern Corps.
And the last question after I have a comment, him dragging the dead bodies through the metal detector was great.
It was super fun.
Yeah. Do you believe that Hal is Parallax or becoming Parallax already? Do you think they would introduce that this early in the DCU?
Not a chance.
Okay.
Because
he did something that the Guardians didn't like. But I'm assuming now we'll find out a lot more about that because the next episode looks like it's a John backstory episode. Previews.
I mean, the previews were like 5 seconds long. They were very quick with it.
But there was a lot. It was a lot focused on John.
Yeah.
Which I really want to see.
Well, because I don't think they want to spoil any of the other stuff for us to see. You know, if it is a Manhunter backstory, which is I'm intrigued to see if they do. But yeah, I mean, look, I think I wouldn't be surprised if John's dad is the Manhunter and spent his life grooming John to be recruited by the Green Lantern Corps so that the Manhunter could then go in and take over the Green Lantern Corps because we know his dad is still around because he talked to him in the first episode.
I think that John's dad was chosen for the ring and was unworthy. Or unworthy, but not strong enough. One or the other.
Oh, because they're making him John Senior, possibly.
And because it seems like he's preparing his son to take this on. Like John was chosen at a younger age, John Senior, and wasn't strong enough to do it or failed something somewhere along the way. So he's preparing his son to take the mantle, which with the gunshots and all the little tests, it looks like he's gonna.
Could be. I think he was. That's where you're going to go with it. I'm going to go the other side where I think he is the Manhunter.
Okay, I like it.
And was training John to go in, and then he will activate his kid. Is his expectation to take over the Corps? Because that's how the Manhunters in the comics. That's how they would work. Like they were just
Yep.
Like the one that was the best was so in the Manhunter in the comics, there was one that was like a 1940s, just like little mask over his face, all blue outfit, had a pet dog that, they fought crimes together. Then there was like Paul Kirk was a Manhunter. And he was like literally a soldier for hire, soldier of fortune kind of guy, mercenary. And then they had pulled in this other Manhunter concept where they launched this. So when they revealed who the Manhunters were, the alien Manhunters, it was the original Manhunter from the 1940s, like his dog. That he was like, I was wondering how you were still alive after 50 years. This is like the late 80s, and they were World War II heroes at that point. So like his dog was still alive while this guy's on his deathbed, and the dog goes and attacks him. It was just funny how they did that part. But yeah, so I think that wraps up all the geek news that we have this week. Thanks for finding the Geek Spot with us, everybody. Sure you check me out at jackkidmusic.com, see when I'll be around and where I'll be. Frank, where can they find you?
Hopefully Wednesday night on the Island of Relevancy. for some wrestling news?
We'll do that. I'm sure there's all sorts of exciting wrestling stuff coming up. And with that, we will see you all next time.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but I can't do the thing. Oh, no.
Gotta do the thing.
Not that thing.
Look at that.